Oh, 10 years ago? Listen to your heart for real. Don't be scared of what your heart is actually telling you. It's actually dead real. Don't try and pursue anything other than what your heart is telling you to do. Because then when you try and go against it, you spend the next 10 years going, oh, if I'd have known that then. But I did know that then. So yeah, I just told her. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Raise your hand if you want to.
Okay, so how does it feel being on tour by yourself, just coming out? I know I've been waiting a long time for you to come out. I'm like, when should come out, when should come out? And oh, it took off work and got your CD, but how does it feel?
Everyone laughed. They did the same thing.
But how does it feel just doing your own thing? Just, you know.
Freeing. It's so freeing, and not having to rely on anyone else's opinion, thought process, where they are in life, their religious beliefs, anything else. It's just all me 100%. So if I'm tired, I'm tired. If you ask me a question, I can't fall back and rely on someone else to pick up the pieces, even if they're not my pieces anymore. So I guess kind of being forced into a solo situation, as Natalie did leave the group in 2006, and we haven't spoken ever since. And it wasn't a good breakup. It wasn't amicable. It was one of those like, okay, what do I do with my life now? I'm over at a label that I've signed a group. It's no longer a group. I can't replace it because it was organically put together. So you don't just go and try and get another poet. Like, it's never going to work like that. So I continued to write and produce and feature on other projects, but I was never out here to do this by myself. Like, I'm a basketball player at heart. So I'm like, look, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to make this work. But I found being a solo artist, I don't feel alone up here because I know I have the label support, I know I have my management support, I have my cousin out here, I have my bestie out here, so I'm always covered, gutted at all times, ultimately. So I'm never gonna feel alone as I did when I was trying to make something work that didn't work anymore. So now I can just be 100% me, and people can connect with the music emotionally versus have it be a catchy ringtone record. It's about album quality work and delivering something that people connect with. I think music nowadays, you can, try and dummy it down all you want to, but I can't fool you guys in pretending that I am something I'm not. The Marsha you get right here is the Marsha you get 24/7. I beat this Marsha on stage, but then, I have to throw in the heels, do the hair, some eyeliner, fake lashes, and that makes Marsha Ambrosius. But any other day, if I was going to the club, I would have on that same outfit. I don't think I have a superhero cape that makes me become Marsha Ambrosius, the artist. It's just me 24/7, and that's what took me so long to be able to do this, is having the correct guessing. Like, a record company could sign me 1,000,000 times, but I'd have been sitting on the shelf waiting for the Rihannas, the Drakes, the Nicki Minaj's of the world to stop being successful so I could get a glimmer of a record release date just to make some noise. But I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to produce my record. I wanted to write my record selfishly because I've already given so much to other people. I've featured on 1,000,000. I Wikipedia myself. If you got it. I was like, I did all of. Oh, jeez. So by right, I'm going to be selfish real quick and make my album. And now that I've done so, you took a day off work to go grab it. And if I knew it wasn't worth that, I'd feel so bad right now. Like, she took off work to get this job. And I knew I didn't put anything into it. But I know I put my heart into it. So I'm thankful that you took your day off work.
What are some things that you do to stay authentic to who you are? There's so many things, in the industry that there's a lot of people around you. How do you stay who you are? So that
the people around me won't allow me to be any different. And forums like this, I still have to be me. And I still have those watching like, don't try and say something PC. We know that's not you. Like, it's not me. I don't know how to be any different. I don't know how to not wear dirty chucks versus brand new fresh ones. These jeans are ripped to everything. It has a zipper that doesn't work, but I throw them on anyway because they're comfortable. And when I eat lunch, if you get the right. I know all of these things for me, and that's what makes me stay completely human in all of this. It's very easy to lose yourself. The reason why I put the Lauryn Hill song on my album, Lose Myself, is because I connected with those lyrics personally. Like, her perspective on how love and life is hit me personally. Because as a woman, I'm out here, and it feels like you are alone sometimes. I'm away from home. This is America to me. It's one big movie. Like, if I was watching myself now, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life right now? This is insane. But I've got an entire family that back me up in what I want to do, who I want to be. So I can kind of just keep going. And I think when I start faking it, like I said, to every one of my fans, anyone that I do this for, as far as Q&As, you can check me if you want to. Like, nah, Marsh, that ain't you. That bag ain't even cute. Why you shaking your head? And I'm like, because, you know, someone told me to throw this on real quick. It's very, even little things like that. Oh, start saying this particular word. And you're like, why is she saying that? You wouldn't even say it. It doesn't even sound natural for me to say certain things. I'm like, yeah, what's good? You know what I'm saying? But it would be like little things that people get you to do. Once you start compromising one small portion, years down the line, I'm someone else, easily. And I think I'm glad that, like you said, with the whole what would I tell myself 10 years ago, don't lose myself, keep true to my heart, and I have done, and that's what's resulted in me being able to be me and tell you this now versus what the industry made.
I wanted to know, what is your take, or how do you feel about the increasing numbers of HIV and AIDS in the African American community?
I think if people were more honest about love and life, period, those numbers would decrease substantially. And it really is a trust game, an honesty game with self that allows those numbers to be as high as they are. If people would talk to one another, and this is in, I want to say it's the African American community, but it's numbers, period, when it comes to HIV.